start with the identification tag on the side. Here you got your VIN number, your date of manufacturer, tire sizes, pressures, and gross weights. Above that you have your weights for cargo. Up front, one thing is your breakaway. This key can get pulled out if your batteries are hooked up, and the key gets pulled out, it activates your brakes. If it's left out for an extended period of time, it can damage them, so that's one thing to keep an eye on. Up front you have your generator, hydraulic pump, and batteries. The batteries aren't maintenance free, so you may have to add water to them at some point. If for storage, if you're not using your unit, there is a battery disconnect which I would recommend using. It's in the propane compartment, and I'll show you that. And for winter storage, I would take them out and put them somewhere warm. In the propane compartment, right there's your battery disconnect. You have two 40-pound propane tanks in this compartment, and you have a selector. You can select which tank you want to feed. It has a pointer. It goes from red to green when it gets pressure. Exhaust for your generator there. Under your belly you got, there's a barbecue. There's got water, drinking water over there. Got a little light, 110 outlet. This compartment here is your jacking system. You can press the power button, it activates it, and then you can just adjust the front, rear, and then left, rear, left, right, or right, rear. You can do your auto level from here, and you can also do your all retract. Inside you can adjust all that too. You have an outside shower with hot and cold. You have your pump. You can turn your pump on and off here. Your water valves. Dry cap is when you're using your water tank, your onboard water tank. So you're gonna power fill your tank when you're going and you're gonna use your pump. You're not using city water. You're gonna put your valves in that right there, that order, power fill, and then you hook up your hose to the city water, and that'll fill your tank. Once you're done, when your tank is full, you're going to switch it to dry cap. So it'll be that, and that. Now you're good to operate your pump to suck out of the tank. City water, you're at a campsite and you got water right at your campsite. You're just going to put your valves just like that there, hook up your garden hose to the city water, and you're good to go. Winterization, so you're going to put your valves like that for winterization. You're going to hook up your winterization hose to the city water connect, and it'll suck out your antifreeze out of there. And sanitize, if you want to sanitize your freshwater tank through your valves just like that there. Hook up to your city water and turn your pump on, and you're good to go. You got your black water flush here. If you're gonna use your flush, just make sure that you open your black valve, or else it'll just fill your tank up. You have your water filter. You have your valves there, your black tank, gray, two blacks and one gray tank there. And also up here is there's a pigtail inside for a solar panel. if you prefer. If you want to, it's an add-on. The pigtails here, but you'd have to buy the solar panel. This is a second tank flush. There's 2 black tanks, so this is the second one. Your furnace, intake and exhaust there, I would not store anything in front of it. It's going to get hot. Your hot water heater, it's propane and 110 electric. There's not too much to know about it. Back here, all the controls are on the inside. Just have to make sure the plug goes into the drain there. There's your sewer dump there. Center stabilizer jack. You got 2 vents in your slide. Those are for your fridge. There is no controls in behind there, so all the controls are on the inside, so there's really no reason to go in there. Your vent for your range above your stove is there, and you'll see there's 2 little clips. You just have to unclip it for the flapper to release if you're gonna vent. Got an antenna there. Low point drain right there. That is your freshwater tank, your drain. At the back you have your power cord. It is a power. You can reel it back in, pull it out and reel it in by power. It's 50 amp, and we have a adapter so you can go down to 30 or down to household plug-in. Ladder at the back. Good thing to inspect your roof once a year. Make sure that you don't have any rips or tears and your sealant isn't cracking. There is a backup camera installed on this unit. The monitor will be inside. This is a mount for the barbecue here, and there'll be a propane hookup just underneath there, and it's a quick coupler with a valve. Your spare tire is underneath there, and in the slide there's a hole right here, spare tire. There's a crank up front, and you can just crank your spare tire down. And underneath your slides too, there's arms. Just kind of make sure those stay clean. Everything will run smoothly. You have awning, power awning on your slide. Another low point drain here. Oh, that's a water tank. That'll be the water tank. The other one will be just a drain. So this one here is your water tank drain. The other one is just a low point drain. On your wheels, these center caps pull off, and you can grease your wheel bearings. It's a good idea to do that once a year. Two speakers, one on each side of the step. This is a spray port. It's just cold water, and there's a blue hose there that hooks up to that. There's another low point drain. You see there's the blue and the red hose coming down. To get to that, you'd have to take the panel. Yeah, take the panel off. In behind the panel there's two valves there. That's in the fall, when you do, or in the spring or fall, we'll say after you winterize, when you're going to de-winterize, you can just open them up, get a little bit of the last little antifreeze out of it, or vice versa. When you go to winterize, get the last little bit of water out. Have a vacuum here, light. So this is your winterization hose, barbecue propane hose, your adapter 50 to 30, and your hose here for your spray port. Got a K-Bill satellite TV hook up there, and your crank for your spare tire, and another propane bottle, 30-pounder, and I think that one is for your gen set. Yeah, that'll be for your generator, that one. All right,